What is going on, everybody? This is the Midlife Crisis Podcast. As always, we are the Boozing Dudes. I am Pete. Joining me tonight, Drew, Eddie, Hab. You know the names.
What's up? What up? What up?
The episode 32 is brought to you by 1,000 containers of baby oil. We're jumping right into it, gentlemen.
Oh, shit.
What the fuck is going on? Take that. Did he do it?
No,
He
did he?
certainly did.
What was he buying it by the fucking pallet?
Pretty sure, man.
Like were they selling it by the gallon?
Baby oil aside,
My whole thing.
what are your thoughts on this whole
Well,
thing?
let's stay to the baby oil, and I don't mean to get
Is
crazy.
it Johnson and Johnson?
Well, I don't mean to get crazy 30 fucking seconds into this, but like, women lube themselves.
Correct, Eddie. They certainly do.
You know.
Yes,
mean,
they
and,
do
and
that.
you could probably even get away with like, you know how Jesus Christ, this is too much.
Yeah, well,
Hey, we're digging deep right off the bat. We're getting in the crevices.
yeah, right.
I'm
Right.
just saying, you can get away. You don't have to. You can get away with playing with both areas of a female without the oil. I think men, I would guarantee you would need at least 16, 32 ounces of oil to get the job done. Pete, tell us about
it was
it.
lube.
Why are you guys asking me? No, I wanted to, besides the baby oil, obviously, which is,
It's hilarious.
that's also, I think, hearsay right now, but it is hilarious when you think about it.
I just picture a whole room like you walk in and it's
It's
just like.
just like a BJ's warehouse
Yeah, they
is
got
full
the
of
knee-
baby oil. Like,
They got the neon lights behind it.
Yeah,
And
like,
shit,
what the fuck?
LEDs.
In fact, I think, as I pull it up, because we are recording, Sean Diddy's Combs bail hearing, the 1K bottles of baby oil is, what did he say? I'm sorry, I didn't click on it yet. He said it's suggestive. He's downplaying it. So maybe it was 800.
Yeah, but if you got more than if you got
right?
more than 6 bottles,
I know, right? Like, what are you doing?
because he has 32 rooms in his house, so I would give him at least
man,
6
he's
bottles
fucking-
for that property.
From the New York Post,
you have any
the
more?
lawyer downplayed the fact of the 1K bottle.
So, but besides that, what do you guys think about the case? Like, they raided his house. He was out for a little bit. And now, like, they found like unmarked guns in there. They found drugs. They found tapes. They found that the FBI, they don't go in unless like,
it's the beginning of the end of
the RICO
honestly.
charges. Like they're 100% on RICO charges. You know what I mean? Like they're not coming if they don't have all their fucking I's dotted and T's crossed.
Definitely.
You know?
Well, he's fucked.
It sounds like the beginning of the end, no, Drew?
Literally.
I mean, honestly, I knew P Diddy was kind of POS,
The diddler.
piece of shit. I heard a lot of things of how the inspector from the Biggie and how his death was.
Right. That
And
was always
he-
controversial, too.
Yeah, but he said he was able to prove that P Diddy was involved on Biggie's death. And,
Which, it's
but
not so
yeah,
far-fetched.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah.
But if you look at the whole thing, like they knew exactly what car Biggie was in,
And they also could capitalize on
they kind of knew where he was,
Yeah.
in the car too.
They
Like,
capitalized on the East Coast, West Coast beef, and that was just maybe it could be a reason or an excuse to get, you know what I'm saying? What timing's better than now, during all this actual beef going on from the West Coast. But my thing with Diddy is just like...
he's just a weird character.
Yeah, I
in
mean,
general,
the more you get into it, I think he's just like a complete sex addict,
I
like
seen
freak.
one of
Actually,
his sons.
He's so bad that remember Game actually Game actually did a couple of interviews where he said that P Diddy kind of like sexually molested him in one way or the other.
And back then, like for some reason, it got kind of brushed under the table, right? Very nonchalant. Only a certain group of people knew it.
I seen his son playing on a basketball court in their house that had where the 3-point lines came to the sidelines. They had 2 king mattresses that came out of the wall like a flip down, like mattresses on the basketball court. Like
What
this
the
boy's
fuck?
a freak, bro.
So what happened? Did you what was the story? He was out and about. Actually, what was it? What day was it? It was Thursday or Friday night?
Tuesday, Wednesday, something.
And then apparently he was he wanted to flee the next day, and they got to him like 12, 16, 20 hours too early.
I don't believe all that.
That's what was alleged,
Where
of
is
course.
he fleeing to? He would have left already. He should have just disappeared. He had the chance.
Yeah, well, I
He's
mean,
been
well,
out-
first
he's been
when
out-
all these allegations started, he
It's been a
wasn't
month
around.
ago.
Nah, the
Yeah,
first
the
allegation-
first time, like this is almost like
when like
7,
they
8 months ago
when they
now.
raided the house,
like,
he bounced.
So he had the contacts. He knew he was
Yeah.
certainly.
So, yeah.
He should know better. But they got him. They got him.
I don't understand. Like the video came out, him running down the hall, like chasing Cassidy and like putting his hands on her, kicking her, and doing all this shit. Like that has nothing to do with any of these charges. Like that has 7-year statute limitations. Like that doesn't matter.
Yeah,
It blows my fucking mind. Like it doesn't matter. Like you could solve a murder 30 years ago for DNA, but like if a video comes out 10 years of something like statute's limited. What if it was a murder on there? Just because the guy's beaten, like
Yeah,
I
of course.
don't even believe in all that shit. Like Drew was talking about, like with like what Drew's point was earlier was like money to get you out of shit. Like maybe it was all set up with the Biggie thing. Maybe the guy, some of these people worth more dead than alive.
Yeah.
Conspiracy theories all around. But here's what I'm more intrigued in this whole situation now. Who's going down with him? That's the real fucking question.
Yeah,
if this is going to be one of those Epstein things,
Actually, he's on
this could be
suicide
very
watch.
He's
on suicide
and
watch.
that is that a fact or
That's what I. That's what I
you
heard.
read. So
Yep.
That's crazy.
it's certainly something to keep your eye on because P Diddy had a lot of pull, obviously.
They're gonna whack him.
So yeah. Yikes.
Yikes.
Take that. I thought I told you that we won't stop.
Because it's bad boys for life.
I think somebody can hold him down now.
He's gonna love it in jail.
He might not make it. But damn, that's wow, just when you think you know somebody and you don't. Yeah, I was into Puff Daddy back in the day. I love that song with Puff Daddy and Mace. Can't Nobody Hold Me Down. That was awesome. That was new to me. That was like you're fucking 12 years old.
Yeah,
so
but then it makes you think like, why Mace get out of there?
Yeah, exactly.
and why did a lot of people get out of there?
A lot of people
just
did.
not just Mace, but
I'm worried about Odell Beckham Jr. I'm worried about Justin Bieber. I'm worried about Usher,
well, apparently
Jay-Z.
Usher and Bieber, I don't know. Again, it's alleged,
Were
but that was
abused?
almost not confirmed, but per se, but that was with definitely 2 victims
Yeah.
right off the bat. And that was in fucking, you're talking 1998, 97 probably when he met him. And then Bieber, 10 years later? 07?
No, I think it was 7
earlier.
o'clock on the dot. I'm in.
Dot, dot.
Bow, 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 bow.
Yikes.
Oh man, that's crazy.
But, yeah, I just wanted to get your guys' thoughts on that. P.
Oh,
Diddy.
sorry if I throw a little song.
They gave up the
reference in there.
booty hole for fame, huh?
Oh.
I think a lot of these guys, but a lot of these guys have been fucking saying it the whole time. Like 50 Cent's been saying it the whole time.
Yeah, that's a great point. I was thinking the same thing too.
P.
Like,
Diddy blew up Kid Cudi's car. Like everybody thought this was a conspiracy theory. That actually happened.
That's crazy.
I think there was like 10, maybe 15 episodes ago now that I even said, like, we were talking something along the lines of this, like, Epstein kind of deal or Harvey Weinstein kind of deal. I think I said something along the lines of, like, why is it's always these Hollywood or, famous moguls that are, like,
Because there's too many people involved.
it's too much power,
Yeah, but
and they
US
don't think. I think regular things don't get them off anymore.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
keep
but
saying
you're-
that.
They
But
go
when
to
you're-
these extreme.
Yeah, but they forget when they're being told by that lawyer, like, just make them sign an NDA, whatever it is.
NDA, yeah.
MDA, like,
Vince
like you can
McMahon.
do whatever you want, and then they can't speak what happens there. But, dude, if they see illegal criminal activities and you go to jail for that, now they could become witnesses. Now those NDAs are fucking nothing.
Yeah.
Like,
It's always just so fascinating, like the dominoes are falling, man. They're really, they're really.
you would just ask.
I'm
like,
just really interested in who else is going to be named or coming down with this.
you were just asking like, how does this like all like conspire? Like, yo, that he's having 3-day freak offs. These guys describe the party as you have the regular party, then you have the after party, then you have the after party.
When
After
everybody's
that, you're getting ready for the next party. Like that's how they describe it. Like you're involved.
We can
with
do this every weekend.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You're involved with 100
friends-
Is that all right?
100 different people
your
a week.
friends can be my
Like,
friends.
dude, the thing's gonna get out, and I gotta look into it too because they say the sex trafficking, right? When you order like these OnlyFans models and set up their airfare and shit like that, and like pay them to come and party, like some of that sex trafficking, and like then there's a thin line there, but
Yeah.
it is what it is.
I think business, Mongols would have that NDA, alternative. I think they've been through a lot to where they're probably going to be a little more prepared for something like that. You're talking now, this is going to be 20, some odd years of allegedly what he was doing. How long? Nobody knows yet. It'll all come out, but you just go as far as back and you think about, R. Kelly and Aaliyah, and you think about,
the first thing
even Elvis and
The first thing
the
I
Rolling
thought
Stones, like they Jerry Lee Lewis dated a 13-year-old. It's listen, it's not for us to speak, but I mean, there's something like when it comes to just being that popular and that power, it's just like I think my opinion is like regular things just cannot simply not get them like off. Like they have to go to all sorts of extremes, and they have the money to do it. And they have the hush money, and they have the travel, and they have everything.
Well, they think they can get away with everything. Well, now they can't.
All right.
It's all going to catch up to
Perfect
them
example
eventually.
Exactly, yeah.
was Vince McMahon. This girl signed an NDA, and still, I said, no, this is fucked up. Like the things that he was doing, and so, well, that's it. For Diddy, well, the more details are going to come out, obviously,
Yeah.
as the weeks go by and months go by, and it's going to be really interesting to see.
But didn't his lawyer ask if he was like a $50 million
Yeah.
bond,
50, right?
50 mil, yeah.
and then house arrest?
50 or 15?
And then they
5-0, right?
5-0.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just weird to me because like I don't know if it's true, but they also said like the lawyer promised he wouldn't be around any females. Like
I don't think that was the problem.
I mean the judge saying no to all of it. Like I
Yeah.
think the judge is worried about men and females. I mean I'm not really trying to push that issue,
Sure.
but it's talked about. It is a possibility.
That
And hey, to each his own. But
he
when you
calls
have-
grown man
when you
fucking
have-
daddy.
when you have
you seen the
scro-
video clips of him calling fucking
I like when you move like that.
daddy. I was like,
Yo,
what the
when
fuck?
you have scratched off
Like when you
serial
do that,
numbers
Dad,
on
you're like, what
guns,
the hell?
and you got baby oil, and you a freak, I don't know, bro. All that shit.
I think you brought, like, not to mention, what are all those, what the hell is in those computer files, and then,
He
like,
taped every freak off. He has
if
every
you were a
fucking
fly
thing.
on the
yeah,
wall.
every
Everything
party,
he has.
yeah.
Everything
Every
he has
So
files
here-
on.
yep,
Dude,
and
he
then
has a
this is
separate
why the
house with all
avalanche
the
is
files
coming.
on it. You know what I mean? Like there's a fucking storage unit.
Every
with all
party
these things.
he had at his fucking crib, he recorded.
This is
Every
definitely
party.
why the avalanche is definitely the snowball effect is
Because
going to come down quick.
whoever was
You
in
really
those
think
parties.
there's a lot of other people involved, like big that are gonna?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
I don't
of
think it
course.
is ever gonna come out. I actually think he's gonna work with them.
Wha-
and
Try to
that's
catch
that.
everybody.
I don't know, man. I think he's gonna work with them, and somebody will take the fucking rap, but I don't know, bro.
Oh, man, that's crazy.
I don't
Wow.
trust people with a lot of money that have been getting away with shit for a long time. I'm sorry, they were tied in already, and who's to say that people that they were still tied in ain't working in the case now?
And right now, isn't he looking to over 35 years in prison?
Oh, absolutely.
That, at that point, like, why not snitch to make that's
But,
what
yeah,
it all comes
but-
down to,
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah,
That's-
and then
that's
that
the game
his
that you have to
credibility
play.
is
Like, if
done.
you're in- If you're in that
Yeah.
situation and you're looking at 35 to life in prison,
That's why I
you
asked.
would want to cut a deal in some kind of
Do
way.
you think he's bringing the house down with him?
Hold on a second.
Like,
Hold on a second.
Getting carried away here, guys.
Yeah, because he never's gonna make it. Like if this is
It's going to be an Epstein
if
thing.
this
you're saying.
is
He
if
knows-
this is where we're thinking, he's never gonna
Gonna
make
make
it.
it,
There's
yeah.
people that are never gonna be wanting their names out that know higher up
Yep.
people that this is a
I think
case
the
closed
cards are
situation.
going to just conveniently take a
I'll
nap.
take a nap, yeah.
How many of these guys are behind bars that have been in situations like this for or they're doing their time? Not a lot, bro. They're all fucking dead. They killed them before the fucking trial.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Weinstein's the only one in there.
it's definitely.
Is he? Yeah.
Goodness, I didn't mute my phone. That's very unprofessional.
Unprofessional.
Yeah, no, totally. It's going to be intriguing though to this story.
What?
Whether
Yeah.
whatever happens is going to be like, okay,
I
this
mean-
is going to be something. This is something wild.
He's done. He's done.
Well,
Well,
we're
They're
all
trying to
tuning
get,
in.
I heard people trying to get his kids involved, like his older kids.
Well,
I'm sure they know
I'm
a
sure-
lot more than
the apple doesn't fall far
Yeah.
from the tree. I'm sure they're doing the same fucking thing. Dad, I'm in this situation. Dad, what do I do here? Dad, what are you talking about? Like they're doing the same thing. Those three boys. They're probably running their own fucking ring up there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They're next.
Hey,
Hey, Diddy, good luck, my man. While we're on the topic of music,
I think they're gonna. I think Drake's next, guys. I'm gonna say it here first, folks. I think Drake's
that was a
next.
whole other situation with the Super
But-
Bowl. We can get to that in a few minutes, maybe. I definitely wanted to bring up something we brought up 2 weeks ago. The Lincoln
Yeah.
Park situation.
Yeah,
Now
man.
you're on to something
oh,
here.
I told you.
Because
I
now,
told you.
initially, I didn't really think of
He's
it as a
on
big
to
deal.
something.
I didn't really. At the same time, I didn't really know the context of it. Now, apparently, Chester's mother came out on a quote, and I will read it to you guys right now, off the Rolling Stone magazine.
Let's hear it.
I feel betrayed. They told me that if they were ever going to do something, they would let me know. They didn't let me know, and they probably knew that I wasn't going to be very happy with it, and I'm very upset. I feel like they're trying very hard to erase the past. Something kind of you mentioned, Hab. They're performing songs that Chester sang, and I don't know how the fans are taking it.
I don't like it.
But I know how I take it. And having Armstrong, in quotes, singing my songs is hurtful.
I'm with her.
That's
I- I
a
told
pretty.
you.
That's a
Well,
pretty.
Because we went into the
hard
last
statement
We
right
went
there.
into the last conversation about this. Not even thinking about his wife's feelings about this, his mother's feelings about this. Like, I already assumed like they got the green light to like do that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And move on.
Yeah,
like, hey,
nah.
like it's enough
I don't
time's passed.
care.
Let's go. Blah 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 blah.
I don't know.
But
I should have left it alone.
should have left it alone.
Warriors come out and play. Which has nothing to do with what we're talking about, anyways. Thanks. Oh, that's
there's a guy on the
You're
couch.
fucking 10 minutes too late. Made a Diddy reference. Fucking now we're talking Lincoln Park.
I want some Cambodian breast milk. Go uptown.
I want you to walk.
Initially, she also was quoted saying they said they would have let the family know if they were going to reunite. They did not.
That's fucked up. That's totally.
Wow.
That's
Yeah,
totally
disrespectful.
That's a low blow, especially if you had contact with them and you told them you weren't going to do that. There's nothing I fucking hate more than someone going out of their fucking way to say, "Hey, I'm not going to do this," and then years passed and they fucking
can
do
do
it.
it.
Get
Yeah.
the fuck out of here. That's a wrap. And I
I
hope
just
all the
told you.
fans feel the same way and they
But-
boycott the
Yeah.
whole thing.
Well, let me
I
Boycott
hope
the
so
whole thing.
too. That was disrespectful, man.
Let
I
me-
told you from
Let
the
me
beginning.
ask you, do you
I
think
love
it was
Linkin
supposed
Park.
to be disrespectful? Because, in a way, I kind of do. Because honestly, they're both good enough singers where they can actually make their own group and perform their own songs. But
Then call
since-
yourself something else.
But exactly.
I was going to suggest
You know,
that.
I was-
Why not just call yourself Lincoln Dark?
Yeah,
Right?
something else.
Well,
Just
or-
something that's it's
or
not
the-
under
or
Chester's
just
name.
make your own songs and perform your own songs instead of trying to copy off Linkin
What Chester
Park.
did.
Nobody's
And not
coming
tell-
for the new songs.
And not fucking not tell the family like that. To me, that's kind of fucked up. You know,
That's a
like,
little disrespectful. I mean,
They,
Chester.
they both have good enough voices where they can make their own. You know, like
I
their own
assume
group.
they got the okay from the family off the jump. I wouldn't even think.
I think that's kind of fucked up.
And now hearing this blows my mind. I didn't.
Yeah,
even,
I
this is
called
the
it.
first
I
time-
called it from the beginning when I
on,
saw it.
Rolling Stone magazine.
When I saw it in
um,
from the first place, I was like, "This is
and,
crap." Like,
and then
why do they do this?
it kind of
I feel-
resonated to me because we talked about it 2 weeks ago, and I'm not like I like Linkin Park. I'm not like the biggest fan in the world, but like I really enjoy them. I'm not gonna say I have posters on my wall,
But
but
the mom saying she feels betrayed.
that right from
Yeah.
what
Well,
Habit
I was-
said, because what I thought initially 2 weeks ago, I thought it wasn't a big deal, and apparently the Linkin Park fans disagree, and I think a lot of people don't like this.
The
Yes.
fans are. What did
And,
you?
like,
What are you
they're
hearing
go-
about the fans though?
They're going on tour now. They're like new
Especially the
album.
mother.
Well,
No, I'm out.
honestly, to think about it, like Linkin Park, back in the Chester days, like Linkin Park was
They
big.
should've
Like,
changed
they
their
made a
name.
lot of money going on tours and stuff like
The
that.
mid 2000s
Now
huge.
you have
Yeah.
Yeah, but-
have like Chester passed away. Now you have another girl trying to imitate
A bit of these boys.
him.
I wanna say
but
something.
not saying anything to the family or giving any of the family the profit that they're making off
My
the old
I'm
Linkin Park.
sure
Yeah.
they get
Hold on.
royalties.
My
You get
first,
what I'm saying?
100%, 100%. Drew, you're right. What my first thought was that, like, okay, these 4 or 5 people that were also in the band haven't been doing anything for 3 to 4 years. Okay, so now like they're finding a way to get back on the road, get on
Nostalgia
tour.
act.
I got excited about it. I'm like, cool. Now they can feed their families and shit like that. Because what the fuck were they doing? Just living off their money, getting a contractor's job? Who knows, right? Going back to real life.
Probably royalties.
Royalties would pay
I
them
know,
forever.
but like,
they had a
who
lot
knows?
of hits.
But obviously, they got to get back to work, right? Obviously, they they want money
Well,
coming in.
no, I
Maybe,
don't think
or maybe
so.
they just enjoy it. That's the way I was looking at it last week. But now hearing the mom's not cool with it, that rubbed me the wrong way right off the jump. Like, you guys didn't get their blessing. Just like that guy with the jersey, right? He got the blessing.
Yeah, the
right?
rookie from the Giants.
Right. So I don't know.
He went to
You
the family.
Always have to get the family, man.
Yeah, that was the episode that didn't air. Yeah, we talked about Malik Neighbors.
Because it's
We're gonna
not
talk
about. They got.
Yeah,
I'm
they'll
good,
see
my
it.
man.
They'll see it. They'll see the little freak out. And
Yes, yes.
Episode 30.
That was supposed to be, yeah. Like I said, man, like now that this has come out, it sounds like they just kept in touch with her once in a while, and they were making the decisions kind of like
With them yeah.
within themselves,
Yeah.
and it's like,
Yeah,
all right,
but
we're gonna do
that's-
this regardless. We know she's gonna be upset.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
let's keep
fucked
it
up.
hush. It is because
Keep it
you're gonna get
hush.
royalties regardless. If Chester wrote the music that they're performing,
Yeah, but if
without
the
a doubt, they're
mother-
gonna get paid. Okay, regardless,
But if
right?
the mother doesn't like
Approve.
that you're representing her son in the way that and the light that she wants it, then it doesn't move forward. That's in every situation.
and
And,
that's
and then
just-
and if it's not like that in this situation and how it's done, then it's bad blood. And
not
that's why the
just
mother spoke out.
represent her son in a certain way, but doing it in their own way to trying to change his her son in the first place.
It's the whole
It's just,
demeanor.
like
Yeah, it's the whole shit. Yeah.
to me, I'm just like they should just
To me,
retire
it
Linkin
was
Park
crap from the
and
very
did
fucking
their own
beginning.
thing.
Well,
There's no turning back now. Though.
wait a minute, but you were
I
just
know.
legit upset because it was a female.
No,
Nah.
no, but at the same time, like the mother might have and not wanted to say that, but she might have
Hinted
said
at it, right?
It sounds weird, dude. It doesn't sound the same. They should have left it alone.
You think you could have done any better?
Oh, of course.
Listen to me.
Give us a little tune. Give us a little.
Let me clear
I'm
my
not
throat.
listening. I'm not listening to it. How about that? I'm not listening to
Let me
this
just
shit.
explain it this way. When like
It's a money grab.
the whole group with Nirvana, like Chris and Nirvana, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
They had their own group, Nirvana, and then once the main
Cobain. Yep.
yeah, Kurt Cobain passed away, did he just like try to switch him with a different like singer?
No, exactly. You're
No,
right.
he
Habit brought that up
performed his own
too
group.
Yeah.
about the
but
Beatles. Like, what if the
Sublime-
Beatles did that? Like, do you
There's
think?
a couple of bands that did that and had to do that.
Yeah, well, certain bands had to
Certain
do that.
did,
Nobody's
certain
gonna. Kurt Cobain was kind of like he's his own.
His own.
You know, you got to throw him up there with like he is an anomaly of him. You know, he was unique. He was definitely all of that. But that brings up. Habit said that too. It's like, what if it happened to the Beatles? Like, yike, you know, when you bring that up.
Well,
or
that's-
what if it would have happened to like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, that's
like,
what my point last week was to you
AC/DC
guys.
had happened.
The
Yeah,
fact,
AC
no,
and
that's
they,
what
they
my-
did good.
Guys, the
They're
fact that
represent-
5
yeah.
people could fucking travel the world, the whole world, the United States on a tour bus and fucking flights and this and that, and like get along and play all night, play the same fucking song every night is immaculate.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's very rare, man. Like, there's nobody doing
Oh,
that.
for sure.
Yeah.
You know,
of
like
course.
they smiling on stage, waving to the fans,
the
and they
best.
fucking kicking each other's ass back there. Like, you don't know what the hell's going on behind the scenes. Like, there's no way that all of them get along. This is why a lot of groups break up. That's why there's never like a fucking girl group. Like,
And actually, to touch more on this, actually, I don't think the moms talked to Mike
Regular Yoda.
Choda,
What are they? What was the other name?
the other dude, in
The other
almost
guy.
in 5 years, which is
the other dude.
the other guy.
Yeah, you probably seen her at the funeral, like, hey, we're not gonna move on without it, blah 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 blah. And then fucking, she's reading in fucking Rolling Stones magazine that there's some girl singing her son's songs now, and they're going on tour to grab some money.
Yeah.
Well, I think we can all agree that.
But it would be pretty cool if we read in a few weeks, like, they canceled their tour because nobody showed up and nobody's fucking with
I
it.
mean, oh my God, that's saying a little much, but
Well, I'm gonna predict Drake's next to go down, and I'm gonna predict that Linkin Park doesn't fucking make it through this tour. How about that?
Hey, nice prediction.
you know what? I guess we can all safely say that Chester's mom's feeling a little numb.
Well,
And with that, taking a quick break, and we will be right back to the Midlife Crisis
gentlemen.
Pod.
They been steady on the track.
And welcome back to the Midlife Crisis Podcast. We are the boozing dudes. We still
Boozing
are.
dudes.
Back at it.
Very quickly, this time fucking last week, the Jets were 0-1. They had 11 games. They had 3 games in 11 days.
11 days.
They had a Monday nighter, right? We're 0-1. Right now, we are 2-1. I am so ecstatic. I just want to get that out of the way. Aaron Rodgers looked amazing Thursday night. I just kind of wanted to rub that in a little bit. No, I'm kidding.
The guy on
I
the
know
couch.
how
Yeah,
it,
you deserve it.
I know how it goes.
The guy on the couch was
The
there.
guy on the couch was there.
Yeah, he was.
I just want to get your thoughts. The Giants lost a heartbreaker. In fact, I think this was like the only stat. This is a stat I
know
heard.
exactly. I know which one you're
A
gonna say.
team that didn't score a touchdown.
Nah, we scored 3 touchdowns, and the other team didn't score any, and still
it was
lost
all
the game.
field goals.
And still lost the game.
No way.
Yeah, that's
Who
why
did they play?
we played the
Cow-
Commanders.
Oh, the Commanders. Oh, yeah, that's right. The Washington.
Yeah, you heard that? Yeah, we scored 3 touchdowns.
So 21 points,
The other team didn't score any.
and they scored 9 or 12 field goals?
Yep, and they won the game.
Holy shit, bro.
That was the first time, a team scores 3 touchdowns and still
What an
loses the game.
embarrassment. Sell the team.
First
Yikes.
time ever.
A lot of crazy shit going on too. The Ravens
Yeah.
lose
That-
again. The
that
Bengals
tell-
lose again.
That tells me the
good
Giants are
teams
going to
are
get their
not- yeah.
fucking ass kicked all
Yeah.
year long.
The Bengals was old refs. You seen it? It was in fucking
Scripted.
Kansas City.
Yeah, but the
Chiefs.
Raiders handled the Ravens. That was
Oh yeah,
these,
that was
there's
a
good
game.
teams out there. They're struggling now, and this is the time where like football, this is why I love it, because
They have a good defense. They have a good
every other
defense.
year someone else is good off the bat, and a team
They have a good defense.
like nobody thought the Patriots were going to beat the Bengals in week 1, and they won, and it's like, here we go. So we're in it. We love it. Good luck tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you. We got.
Jets will still choke in the end.
I knew that was coming because Drew has a good point. It's been the history of the franchise for as long as I can remember.
Do you guys do any bets internally, like between the Giant fans and the Jets fans in the group, where like, $50? I bet that my team has a better season than yours, at least.
No, we don't do that.
No, I think because Habith would know probably in the last few years that would be a coin to us.
Yeah,
it was.
Yeah, so that's why
7
it'd be
and 9,
good, so that's
8
what
and
it'd
8.
be. That's why it's a good bet.
Dude, we gotta be 0-8 by week 9. We got the Browns.
We'll have a little
tomorrow.
more.
You guys have a
confidence
bad
in that.
schedule.
Yeah, we got like tough teams coming
Tough,
up.
yeah.
First,
Heavy
the
hitters.
next freaking 8
Show
weeks.
them right here.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it up. Yeah, I'm gonna put it up. I'm gonna put it up. Who you guys got next?
The Broncos.
Okay.
When
That was the game we were supposed to go to, by the way,
we
guy on the couch.
Jets have a game on Sunday.
No, next Sunday.
Next Sunday.
Yeah, so they have that bye week now.
They have the mini bye, which
Mini
is
bye.
great. Aaron looked good. He looked great.
I
looked
mean,
really good.
I watched a few highlights. I mean, it looked like they had a really shitty defense. I mean, he was open a lot, but
Who, the Patriots?
No, I mean, they weren't. Their defense wasn't really putting the pressure on.
No,
him.
their
he had
defense
time
is
to
there.
run.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
it's nice that Aaron got a little
But our front
time
four
to
is
run
solid.
out.
Yeah, that's what
The
everybody's saying.
offensive line got to prove himself, but I'd like to see them against a team that they square up against. Not nothing that's like a better team, but something that evens out with them.
They're
And see
coming
how
up.
They hold up.
We have the Buffalo Bills in a few
Because
weeks.
that's where it matters.
Monday
You know what I mean?
nighter.
And then see where they hold up against better teams too, because
Yeah.
they ain't gonna make it far if they can't
Hey,
figure
man,
any
the
of this
Pats
shit
beat
out.
the Bengals, so
And what is this? Aaron's first year?
technically with the Jets, he
So he
snapped
still
his
has time.
Achilles.
He has
last
a little
year.
time to prove himself, even though he's a fucking.
40 though. He's
Even though he's a
40.
legend.
Yeah, he knows everything. He knows.
Yeah, but it's still
nice seeing a good
one guy
quarterback.
knowing everything doesn't make a great team, though.
No, but you know what? Watching the Jets now with him, it's right, Anthony. It's so different, bro.
Did you guys?
He adjusts. They started off slow. He'll all of a sudden throw a quick ass slant to Lazard just to get the first down. Like it's a quick slant, but it's a 10-yard gain. Like it's
Yeah,
just
it's
so.
perfect. It's what you
He's
need.
so in tune. Like when you
Calculated.
have a Hall of Fame quarterback, it's different from any Tom, Dick, and Harry. Right? There's only a handful elite quarterbacks in the league. Right?
That can just look at your defense and
make
make adjustments.
And Rodgers is up there, bro.
Can I
it's
ask
it's
you a
it's a
question?
game
It's too
changer.
Bad. It's too bad Tom Brady still ain't playing, right?
No, he's calling the games on Fox now.
Can I ask you a question? So there's a little controversy with the Jets game and him and the coach, right? Where there was a push or a
No,
hug.
it was blown out of proportion.
You think so?
Absolutely, dude. They took a slow motion shot. The guy literally said, "Hey, let's go up 2 scores or something." It was a nonchalant.
It's just
Do
the way
I-
that Aaron looked at him a little sideways.
Pushed
in the
him and
slow
so- yeah, pushed
it
him
was
back.
like, hey,
Didn't take the hug.
because Aaron kind
But
of
if you
took
watch-
a step back before he went forward again.
But if you watch both their post game interviews,
But they're supposed to cover all that up, though.
and not only that, as a Jet
What
fan,
did they say?
I
What
know
did they say?
Aaron Rodgers is running the show kind of low key, but
Well, that's what
they
I'm-
respected the hell out of each other. It wasn't.
Well,
it
that's
was
what I'm worried.
nonchalant.
Well, that's what I'm worried about. I just want full respect.
Hey, I tell you what,
on
it
both
seems to be
sides.
working so far.
Yeah, you guys
let's-
are 2-1.
We're still early in the season.
Just 1 week ago,
Yeah.
and people were panicking. We lost to the 49ers. It's like, take it easy. 49ers are a really good team. Although they lost to the Vikings, too,
they got-
who might be for real.
and we're going into week 4.
They got
now.
their
might
asses
be.
kicked. They got their asses kicked.
Yeah, no, week 3 this weekend.
Okay.
Week 3.
So they're not 2-1.
They are. They had a Thursday night game.
Oh, so they're 3 games in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, so they're a game ahead of everybody. Gotcha.
I hate to tell you though, but every time the New York Mets or the New York Jets start doing good, they always choke in the end.
I'm glad Drew that. I'm glad.
I'm just saying,
I'm glad
I mean,
Drew brought that up
you know,
because
like-
the New York Mets are also on fire right now.
But at least we're getting to
They
the
really
ball.
are.
At least we're making
yeah, I
it
know.
to the
The
stadium.
Mets are
right
on
now.
fire right now. I know this is very New York centric right now, but dude, they're going. No one thought they were going to make the playoffs post All-Star break, and they're plowing right into them. They're
But
beating.
you guys
they're
have what?
beating teams in their division.
Wild card, right?
No,
You're fighting
and they're
for
going to
wild
be the
card.
number one wild card. If that's the case, they're going to have home field advantage.
That's
We
awesome.
already clinched.
So-
The
But-
Yankees already clinched, but
What good is
Every
all
year.
that going to do?
When they
blow
They
it.
choke in the end.
Don't remind me, Drew.
That's what I'm saying. Like anything could happen right now. You're talking about
Well,
things that
the
could
only
happen.
thing that can happen
And
with your negativity is
Drew,
don't-
something's
no.
got to give. Something's
It-
got to
it-
give.
It's always
We
been
can't lose
proven,
forever,
like,
right?
You know, we've seen the Giants.
This is our
win
year,
a couple
Drew.
of Times, like
Well,
2
Drew,
times.
think of it like
And
this.
then we saw the New York Yankees win
We
like
see it every year.
nonstop for the last 10 years.
Think of it like this, right? Remember, the Patriots had the dynasty, and now it's over. It's right. Time moves on, so like,
And even when they still had
You
their
gotta start- you gotta
dynasty,
keep chipping
New
away
York
at it.
Giants.
When your day comes,
New
your day
York
comes.
Giants
Never
was
give
the
up.
only one to stop them in their dynasty. That's what I'm saying. Like
I love it.
get him, Drew.
It's
Gi-
only
Giants like was lucky up until the playoffs, and then they got lucky.
bring
in
the mic up a little bit, my
And then
man.
they got lucky in the
There
playoffs,
he
and
is.
then they defeated an undefeated team.
And that was
Like,
almost
that
20
was
years
crazy.
ago, and I understand that, and and I was rooting for
20
you
Okay.
guys.
ago.
If we want to talk about that, when was the last time the Jets
50,
won?
60.
Yeah,
60.
exactly.
Are you not a Jets fan?
Well, no, I was.
Can't
always
you tell?
I was always a Giants fan, but
Alright.
it wasn't. It wasn't about that. I was a Giants fan before they won, the Super Bowl.
Since a kid.
All I'm saying is,
Yeah.
Jet fans right now deserve to be happy. We haven't had anything kind of like this to be excited about for a long time. So let me have this, Drew. Let me have
It's
this.
week-
Hab.
It's week 3. Let's see what happens. I mean, we always
I know,
have-
but
there's-
dude, the
there's-
way he looked on
We got
Thursday
a long way
night,
to go. We got a long way to go,
he
buddy.
looks
But
amazing.
chill out against a shit team, bro.
I know.
Like,
Because against the
stop.
49ers, you guys didn't do shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
A
Like,
good ass team.
Okay. You want to go talk about the Giants right about now?
What is there to say about
I'd
the
actually
Giants?
like
You
to
tell
go
me.
out for a
What
drink.
quarterback would you rather have?
Any other fucking quarterback.
What running back would you rather have?
Any
What
other.
wide receivers would you rather have? What defense?
Nah, Neighbors doing our thing. Our
Okay,
our
I'd have
did
Garrett Wilson over Neighbors tenfold.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
The Giants
I-
are
I
0-2.
love your. I
What?
love your.
0-2?
0-2. But our
your
rookie,
look
he
on
bowled
your,
out. He bowled
team,
out.
But they're still going to choke in the end, and therefore this season
Again.
won't be looked at as your season.
It's only week 3, Drew. We'll discuss this week 17.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I was
We're
just-
going to pull
yeah,
up
we
this
will.
audio.
He's
We
talking
will.
a lot of shit. Why don't we do the bet that I was just
Well,
talking about? Why don't we
it-
bet that Jets have
always-
a better season than the Giants?
Honestly,
So we're already up 2
the
games.
last
Yeah.
40 years, there was a lot
Put
of
your
times
money where your mouth is.
A lot of times,
Say
Jet-
it with your chest. I'm just kidding.
a lot of times there was a lot
You
of
almost hit
there
you.
was Jets were doing good, and they
The
you
late
know,
2000s.
and when they when they're trying to prove themselves, and then next thing you know, like they at the
Drew,
when
you
the-
know
the
what?
games that mattered, they just fucking completely
You know,
Choke.
yeah.
bullshit. We just
Choke,
weren't.
choke,
we were
choke.
maybe outcoached. Maybe outplayed. Choke is harsh.
Are you talking about Rex?
Yeah, the Rex Ryan days. We went to battle with everybody.
Geno
in those
Smith?
players.
We were killing it.
Let
No,
me
Geno
ask you-
Smith.
Let me
Geno
ask you
Smith.
why.
Mark Sanchez.
Why
Sanchez.
we always
Oh, my bad,
battle?
my bad.
Why we always battle with other teams? By the way, in the Rex Ryan
Giants
days.
too were good. They got lucky because they were a very average team towards the latter of the season, and then they got hot, and that's what matters. And then when you go
Yeah.
on a 4 or 5 win streak,
They got
and then
lucky.
you win throughout the playoffs, and you're playing on the road as well. I mean,
got lucky? What'd you
that
say?
was an incredible run.
That was.
I'm not going to take
You
it
gotta
away from you.
respect that.
No,
But
seven.
let Jet fans be happy. That's all I'm saying.
for another loss this year.
We'll see.
We'll take it.
I hope we make the playoffs. I'm hoping for that because it's been a while. Lose that streak that you
Been
got.
a while. Gentlemen, I'd be remiss to not mention, while watching that Jet Titan game last Sunday, CBS had a nice big scroll on the bottom with a red bar and white text saying, yet again, former President Donald Trump was trying to be assassinated again.
Yes, we all saw
His
that.
golf course in Florida. It's particularly not a topic I would like to address right now, but I know it's important to you guys, and I just don't want it to lag on for about 30 minutes. So take your time and think about it for a little bit. But it wasn't really presented as a big deal. I even think in like.
They caught the guy. They caught
him right away. I guess it wasn't treated like they're not gonna,
necessarily right away. They caught him 50 miles an hour, 50
Yeah,
miles
that's what I was
away.
about to
Like
say.
he drove away from the thing. Like, can somebody explain to me like how they so they saw him and then he got in the car and like then the chase was on.
I guess so because they shot at him, right?
Well,
Supposedly.
What happened?
No shots were fired.
No shots were fired?
No shots were fired. There was a lot of bags in front of his.
I think it was that they might
The
have heard
shots
a golf.
that were fired was from Secret Service, correct?
No, that was from Trump hitting a 300-yard slammer.
Bomb
there
wood,
was no
baby.
shots
Bomb.
fired. There was no shots fired. Someone saw him suspicious, and when they
And
approached the target, he jumped over the fence and he got in his car and he drove off. But
The
there
Secret
was
Service
a
needs to do
witness
better.
saying that he followed him to his car and actually got his plates numbers, which then he was found.
Are they
apprehended,
now
right.
calling for like
Ridiculous.
somebody inside that's calling like
Well, the guys from
that's-
fucking
Oh,
Hawaii.
yeah. Are they calling? Are they saying that there's a leak inside right now? That's
The-
like that we need to be worried about inside.
The
the
guy's
Secret
like
Service
jobless,
that's, like,
has like a freaking criminal list, long as a
oh
fucking.
no, man! There's a fucking
There's-
looks like
there's
another
a leak
fucking
inside
weirdo.
somewhere, because if you actually
He doesn't
look
have a
at this
job.
guy's
He travels
background-
all over.
If you look at this guy's background, he was from
Hawaii.
Hawaii. Yeah, okay, I was about to say that,
And he's
but
in-
I felt like I would.
That's across the whole world.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a hell of a flight.
And
Holy
Who's
shit.
paying
and
for his
the
shit?
funny- the
He doesn't have a
crazy thing
job.
Was I heard that Donald Trump wasn't even wanting to go golfing.
Not
But
that.
it was just a last moment.
Yeah, the Secret
And-
Service probably suggested it. You should go golfing today, sir. And they say
It-
like
it
the
was-
Secret
it was
Service is
something.
only supposed to go ahead on one
I'm not
hole.
gonna go that far, but it was definitely something that
I just wanted to bring it up because it really
it's a terrible
it
situation.
was a thing,
man.
but
they're
it
not
wasn't.
gonna stop. I
They're
already-
trying to get him
It's
by
almost
any
become-
means necessary.
I told you guys though.
It's
with
almost
the first
becoming
one.
like a normal.
No, it's
like,
not normal,
occurrence
man.
now. Like
He's got it. He's behind
This
bulletproof
is kinda
glass
ridiculous.
now. He's behind bulletproof glass now for his rallies. Like it's not the same, man.
I won't.
He's still going out there though. He ain't scared.
I
He was
won't-
here. He
They're
came
not
to
gonna
Ohio.
stop.
well,
though.
Trump came to Elmont, New
He came
York,
to, the
earlier this
Nassau
week.
Coliseum,
I do
yeah.
want to shout out to what's it called, Nassau Police Department.
They did a great job
Yeah,
keeping everybody
they
safe.
wanted to put extra protection on Nassau Coliseum and Donald Trump. when
There was a
he-
false like bomb in the car, like
Yeah, I
thing.
saw that.
That wasn't true.
I know,
Yeah.
it was false. My
Uh,
bad.
They,
Fake
news.
but you know but you know, like I heard I heard Nassau police officers. They wanted to do their extra part to
Yeah.
make sure that everything went safe.
And it certainly seemed like that was the case.
Yeah.
So thank
And
God.
how many people
When people
showed
are
up?
on your side, like
I heard it was like what, almost 60,000.
And it only
people had
came-
to get turned away, right?
Yeah,
only
it
let-
was
Well, yeah, but
60,000
everybody-
registered. 16,000 were allowed to get in.
Yeah,
Okay,
well,
so
si-
Nassau Coliseum only fits 17. I don't understand
Yeah.
why people came over. I'm a wrestling fan.
because
I
it
went
was
there.
first come, first serve.
Yeah, but and then half the county went, and that's what But then you said
Yeah, but
most
I
of them
would've-
hung out like a
Yeah.
tailgating situation.
Outside, everybody say it outside.
I would have,
Oh, yeah.
I would have camped out there for 3
That's
days.
like
if
every
like,
Trump
somebody
rally,
wanted to
by
go
the way.
into it, they would have camped out. I
Oh,
camped
I'm
outside.
sure.
I
You
camped
had to.
outside for fucking Nintendo 64, dude. If I really care about something, I'll fucking do it.
Nassau Coliseum,
But
beautiful. the WWE's coming back there for Saturday night's main event. You're talking if you're old school wrestling fan, you know the late
Which I'm
'80s. No, of course not.
The county wants
But
to
the
fucking.
the 1980s.
They want to get rid of it though, right? They want to get rid of
They
the
do,
Coliseum.
but the fact is,
build fucking casino.
the first episode of the Saturday night's main event in the late 80s was in the Nassau Coliseum, so they're reviving it. They have the old song. It's all retro. It's all 80s.
That's pretty
Love
cool.
it. Can't wait. So with that said, because there's a lot of action going on recently in Elmont, right? We had
The VMAs.
the VMAs. We had the Trump
Trump
rally.
rally.
We got the WWE coming to town, reviving a beautiful, nostalgic 80s show. That show used to come on NBC when the Saturday Night Live was off for the summer. And then they would, do the little wrestling shenanigans. So it was super. The music and alone, you watch it, it's so cool. But gentlemen, yeah, I mean, this is a great episode, man.
Yeah.
It's really good to be with you guys, and
Like always.
Yeah, good times, guys.
I quickly want to definitely acknowledge this is definitely why I kept this for the end here. We are saddened,
We lost
to
our
say this-
we
to
lost
s-
our security guard.
to say the least, that we unfortunately lost a good boy this Tuesday morning. Drew Shadow, I'm so sorry. We all love you, my man.
Yeah, man. Sorry for your
Yeah.
loss.
And
Shadow was a
that.
good dog.
we can't believe it. And Drew, man, anything you want to say, and to anyone who's maybe experiencing the same thing, what would you like to give you maybe your best advice?
Well, first off, I'm not the best to give advice to somebody else. It's been a week. It's been a really rough week for me. I will say, to lose something that you care so much, about in the entire world. You can literally take away,
Any
everything.
possessions?
You can take away everything I have right now.
Wouldn't.
If
Yeah.
I can have, my best friend back, my partner in crime, my protector, if I was able to, literally just take away everything in my life, and even if I was just, on the street, as long as it was, with my best buddy in the world, Shadow.
Sacrifice everything.
Rest in peace, man. You've been there for me, in my entire life. You done everything to make my life more happier, and
Shadow.
it was a very hard loss for me. I
And
love
we
you,
all know that.
love you, Shadow.
And we all wanted to,
Yeah.
we wanted your permit. If you want this on, you can tell us whatever. But
No, it's
we acknowledge,
Our
we love
condolences, man. He was a
this.
good boy.
It wasn't the same coming in here
Yeah,
today
it wasn't the same.
without him greeting us, barking, wagging his tail, bringing
Try-
us a tennis ball or a toy.
Yeah.
Even during the
Exactly.
episode, no barks during the
no
episode.
barks.
No,
Yeah.
it's just not this. We lost our bodyguard. We lost our best friend, Drew. You lost your ultimate buddy.
I felt like I lost my life the last week. I'm not gonna lie,
And we know, and I know that's
Yeah,
excessive,
yeah.
but that is how it feels. If anyone's out there who's ever lost, you can most certainly relate. Losing an animal, I don't give a hoo-ha where you are, where you're coming from. That is a family member. It's just as devastating. I've been through it more times than I would want to. It sucks every fucking time, and it's just a damn shame because just last week right here he was with us and now he's not. And Drew, we love you because this guy is, he's our best friend, and it sucks when you lose another one.
Yeah, that's true.
and he was just happy to see everybody.
All the time.
Every time when I told him, Shadow, who's coming over today? He would all of a
He
sudden,
knows.
he would just be
Said the
like,
boozing dudes.
He would just
That
be sleeping.
booze.
To next thing you know, he'll jump up, start looking around, and then all of a sudden he'll just get up and patiently wait by the front door until somebody
Listening
comes
for the
over.
car door to slam or
Yeah.
something like that, right?
Yeah, and then he would just bark to just to let me be aware of
Every
I'm watching.
every
Intruder.
every episode we've ever recorded here, he was here, and I just wanted
He's
to.
gonna be missed.
We wanted to end it with that. Rest in peace, Shadow. We love you, Drew, and I swear to God, things will get better in time. But Shadow, take care,
But-
my man.
honestly, Shadow's my best, like the best thing that ever happened to me. I don't want anything to replace him. That's what
I hear you, bro.
We hear you,
And
man.
we love you, man. We're here for you. So let's drink a little more. With that said, midlife crisis, the boozing dudes.
The boozing dudes.
The boozing dudes.
Tune in Instagram, TikTok,
Absolutely.
YouTube, Spotify. Thanks for watching.
Midlife
Thanks for
crisis with the
subscribing.
Y. You can check us out on Boozing Dudes,
We're still
Instagram,
on
Spotify,
Good night, guys.
everything else in between, guys.
Yeah, we out.
Take care of your pets. Have a good night.